morning, Sarah. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And for anyone that doesn't know you, can you just explain who you are, what you do, what your role involves?
Yeah, so I'm Sarah Woolliscroft and I've been with Claims Consortium Group for 3 years, well, just over 3 years now. Yeah. And I head up the TPA and operational and SI teams.
Well, it's quite a few things there.
Yes.
And what does that involve? What do those teams do for the sake of, for the other departments that may not have any involvement with any of those?
So the operational team based in Taunton, but we also have some people that work from our Stoke office, but they are our claims and claims validation and repair teams. Yeah. TPA, we have 3 different sites, so to speak. So our Stoke office handling lots of different perils and types of business, so from military to property to content, gadget, mobile. Our Chipping Norton office dealing with pets, personal accident, helmets and leathers, your real kind of niche claims.
Very niche. And
then we have our leisure team that were previously based in Essex, but we now have still our roots within Essex. We have some home-based workers there, but also we are cross-skilling and sharing with the Stoke team.
Yeah, because I would imagine in leisure, I don't imagine, I also know, but leisure, it gets busy in the summer, right? When people's caravans
exactly that
fall over or break or...
Yeah. So the leisure team report into Becky Sanders, who is based in Chipping Norton. And the reason we did that was because we saw the key synergies between the 2 teams, because Becky's team deal with travel claims.
Of course, yes. Yeah,
and as we said, some of the niche claims. Yeah. But also what we do see is typically, of course, we see travel claims in summer, but then we also get the winter claims as well in terms of skiing.
So it evens it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great. That's a good move. And I know the answer to this, but just, obviously we've got lots of different people in loads of different departments who, it may not be that obvious. So what would you say the main difference between a TPA, third-party administrator, and someone in validations? What's the main difference between the 2?
So the difference, which was quite a learning curve for me in all honesty when I first joined.
Yeah.
So the difference between the 2 departments is that TPA, they are both teams are the first people that you'll speak to within Claims Consortium Group. Yeah. But the difference here is that TPA actually validate those, they actually adjudicate those claims against the policy wording. So they are making those decisions to support our customers. So lots of interaction with our insurers. Yeah. And that's probably the main difference between the 2 teams.
So we will be the first, so the customer will contact us as opposed to the insurer in most cases, because our number's down in the policy wording, and we're responsible for the complete end-to-end journey, whereas maybe in operations we're only responsible for part of it because other companies maybe. So you said you've been here for about 3 years. In that time, is there anything that you've done that you feel particularly proud of, either on a project you've worked on your own or a project that you and your team have done?
Yeah, there's been, do you know what, when I joined Claims Consortium Group, I thought I knew a lot about insurance, but joining CCG, I've learned so much from a personal level. Yeah. So my background was very much specialist services, so fraud and complaints, but so always within the regulated environment. But joining here, I've personally learned so much, especially relating to property claims and the niche claims. Yeah. In terms of what I'm proud of, so I think it's more of a team one. So some feedback that I had from one of my claims managers within TPA, it was probably about 12 or 18 months ago, was that TPA feels a much smaller world than it did prior to me joining. And I think that's because we have our weekly catch-ups, and we're always talking, and you will always find whatever's going on within Chipping Norton is going on within Taunton, and they're seeing the same trends regardless of where you sit. Yeah. So that was some great feedback, that I've managed to have a more cohesive team. Yeah. So I like that. But then more recently, I think something that I'm proud of, which I absolutely can't take the credit for, but is kind of merging our operational and TPA teams. So our operational team, I always refer to them as our well-oiled machine, because actually when we enter any storm environments, everyone just goes into their own, and it's really impressive, like seeing that happen. And we want to tap into that. So the repair teams are now supporting TPA with repair claims. So it's having that really cohesive journey and focusing on our people's strengths.
Yeah, no, that's great. And the whole surge environment is quite unique to our industry. And I think unless you've experienced it, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to, and no one surge is the same.
No.
And it's all a learning experience. But it's quite incredible, right? Because in all my years, I always think that through a surge, it's a time where you've got so many claims coming through, like not just a few, just like tens, if not hundreds more claims coming through. And yet it's a time where we go and we are just insanely efficient in the way we process claims. And it's like, well, if you could just, cut that and mirror that across when it's BAU. So it's a strong camaraderie, wartime kind of like, let's get this done.
Yeah, it really is, and it's so
great.
impressive.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I think people, I mean, I'm very thankful for the way people react, because, I believe in surge, business is won or lost. If you can't support a customer at a time where they really need it, which happens to be the time that everyone really needs it, you're going to be out of business.
Absolutely, yeah.
So just pick up on the other thing you said. You mentioned about the way you've managed to create a cohesive relationship and sort of team bond between 3 different offices. Like, the geography is quite like, well, we were just talking, it's taking you 3 hours with hopefully no speeding tickets to come down from Stoke to here. But how do you do that? Because that's not an easy task.
It isn't. Great question, Jeremy. So it's all about communication.
Yeah.
That's the pillar of everything that we do. So if you can't communicate effectively amongst your team, then we may as well go home now, you know. It's all about communication and knowledge transfer. So for example, we've had people from our Stoke team previously travel to Chipping Norton and work from that office and assist with those claims. And the reason we've done that is because they were in a point of peak through travel season, and it was last year now, and we needed to support them. So we almost had a bit of a task force, and we had people go to their office for a couple of days a week, and these people gave up their family time because they wanted. Far. It's quite far. There's the perks of being around the corner from Jeremy Clarkson's farm, of course.
I mean, it is a beautiful location.
Yeah, it is.
It
is. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's about understanding the different. A claim's a claim, as Owen will always say to me. Claim's a claim, and it is. But it's understanding the difference between.
There's lots of different nuances.
Yes, correct. And you can only do that by. We've got teams, but there's nothing quite like being face to face.
Yeah. Well, the customers will make the nuances what they are, and a person who's making a claim on a gadget, on a mobile phone, it's going to be very different to someone who's making a claim for their military outfit.
Yes.
So the nuance, claim is a claim, but that's 2 examples of where the nuances are.
Yeah.
And you're going to create those bridges, aren't you, when you're supporting each other? That's really great. So we don't always set out to go into the industries that we sort of are in now. Like you said, you weren't in the insurance or claims industry before. But when you were younger, what is it that you wanted to do? Was it always customer service? Because that's your thing, isn't it? Customer service is and you can apply that to any industry. So,
yes.
What is it always a sort of that customer role, facing role? What did you fancy?
So really strangely, I wanted to be a news reporter, Jeremy.
Oh, wow.
But you've witnessed me being very nervous today, so I clearly
Well, it's not showing.
Very good at that.
I think it'd be excellent.
So I wanted to be a newsreader. I don't know where it came from, but I wanted to work within media. But when I left school, I wanted to be independent, and I wanted to learn to drive. So I got my own job. I started as a modern apprenticeship within the telecommunications industry, and I never left. So I ended up going to college to do a bit of business law alongside the modern apprenticeship. But I just loved being independent and earning my own money. So newsreader wasn't for me.
No.
Never say never, I suppose.
So you started. So you became what, a consultant, or you actually started? Was it when you say independent? You started.
Oh no, I went to college independently.
Oh, okay,
to do business law, because it was something I was quite interested in. But I wanted to be independent. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Got it.
I wanted my own money.
Yeah. Law is fascinating because the amount of people, I reckon that's the highest common denominator. When I've asked people what they were studying, law is. Yeah. And you can apply that to everything, can't you?
Yes, customer service and law, and you can't really go wrong, I suppose.
Oh,
hopefully.
That's great. And if you had a magic wand, which we're desperately trying to make in the tech department, but if we had one of those, what would you change in this industry, in our business, or just in general? It can be open. It's an open question.
Within our industry, I would probably change the reputational piece, or you've heard me say before a lot, Jeremy, about perception. Yeah. Specifically relating to customer vulnerabilities. Yes. So when I speak to people, whether it's at the cricket club or just chatting at an event, and I'll say work within the insurance industry, no one really gets excited about that, and everyone will kind of say, "Oh, you're looking for an opportunity to decline my claim." Yeah. And that couldn't be further from the truth, actually, because there is so much focus on correct outcomes for the right outcomes for our customers, and ensuring that we identify any vulnerability. So if I could have a magic wand, that would be what I would change, the reputational piece.
Yeah, and I had a similar answer today as well, in terms of, less so about reputation, but it's the same thing. It's about making policy wordings more opaque, or clearer. Yes. Which probably drives part of that reputational issue, because, as I said then, I've worked with many insurers across the board of all different sizes. I've never worked with one insurer that doesn't want to pay a claim that isn't valid.
That's right.
So it's just about, our job is to interpret those policy wordings and apply those policy wordings, right? Yeah. So that would help, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So one last thing. There's a question in there.
Okay.
It's for both of us.
Okay. So
and it's
pick
really
one.
random. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Pick one.
Gosh.
They range from like having stilts or dragons or tea or coffee. It's going to be random, and we'll both answer it. So we could help each other.
It's a really long one. I feel like I've picked the longest one.
The tea or coffee was my last one, so it was.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it was.
So this is: would you rather be able to speak all foreign languages or be able to speak to all animals?
Definitely. Well, I definitely would speak to animals.
Me too. Good answer.
For me, well, the thing is like you can get AirPods now and you get translation. You could speak all languages now easily.
Yeah.
Or if it's not easy, in the next 5 years, technology will allow you to converse.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking to animals,
you're
not going to get technology to do that.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some quip. I probably shouldn't say this.
No,
but I'm sure there'll be some quip from Owen that I get to speak to my family again when I go to the zoo. I think I'd speak to animals because
I wasn't surprised you said that, because I randomly caught leopard prints on your nails. You thought you were going to go away with that, didn't you?
I absolutely did. I absolutely did.
Yeah, no, they look really cool. They look really funky.
They're not me, so they're not my usual style. So, full disclosure, I like to have my nails done. It's my escape.
Why not?
I go and have my
I
nails
like to get
done.
my hair done.
This is it. So literally went to have my nails done, and Owen called me and we were chatting away about work, and my nail technician, who I see every 3 weeks, said, what am I doing today? And I said, anything, just go for it, something autumnal.
Because you were chatting to Owen?
Yeah, because I was chatting to Owen, so I'm literally at the salon. Yeah, she took full advantage, is what she said to me as I left, and I have a tortoise / autumnal nail.
Well,
which is a bit wild for me.
I think it looks great, which is why I mentioned it. But Owen does get the rough end of the stick on this. I think he's been mentioned more than anyone else on these shows,
big
and
character.
usually the blame for a lot of stuff. So we'll add this.
Yep, we'll add it to the list.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.